Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Tonight, I want to speak directly to you, the chosen one, yes, you. If you've been feeling overwhelmed, tested beyond what you thought you could bear, know this. You have passed Allah's hardest tests with patience, prayer, and endless sacrifice. Before you click away or scroll past, stay with me because this message is your spiritual victory lap. You may not see the trophies, but your Creator sees every tear, every prayer, and every moment you stayed strong. Life can feel like an endless marathon, with hurdles popping up just when you think you've caught your breath. But here's the divine twist. These tests are not punishments. They are marks of honor. Not everyone gets tested this way. Allah chooses you for a reason. Like a master jeweler who knows which stones to polish, your soul is being refined in ways unseen, preparing you for a brilliance the world has yet to witness. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Tests? I've had enough already. But here's where the wisdom lies. Allah's hardest tests aren't just obstacles. They are the very pathways to your greatest blessings. If you think about it, diamonds are formed under pressure, and so is your faith. The trials you've endured are proof that you're made for something extraordinary. Let's get a little real and a bit witty here. Life's tests are like those surprise quizzes you forgot to study for, frustrating and stressful. But the chosen ones don't freak out. They show up, they trust, and they turn those tests into testimonies. You might not have all the answers now, and that's okay. Sometimes faith means walking forward even when the path is foggy, with nothing but your trust in Allah's plan as your guide. So, here's the deal. This video isn't just about reminding you of your struggles. It's about recognizing your strength and celebrating your unseen victories. Because while the world measures success by what's visible, Allah measures it by the patience, sincerity, and sacrifice behind the scenes. And just so you know, by sticking around until the end, I will make a special dua for you. A prayer asking Allah to reward you abundantly for every hardship you endured and every prayer you made in the quiet. Consider it your spiritual power-up. Now that you know you're in the chosen club, let's dive deeper into understanding what exactly these hardest tests are and why they matter so much in your spiritual journey. Trust me, this will give you new eyes to see your struggles not as burdens, but as badges of honor. When we say Allah's hardest tests, what exactly do we mean? These tests are not limited to one kind of difficulty. They come in many shapes and sizes. Some are visible: loss of loved ones, financial hardship, illness, or loneliness. Others are invisible to the world but very real to your soul. Battles with doubt, feelings of isolation, or wrestling with patience when every fiber of your being screams for relief. These tests are like spiritual weightlifting. They build strength, endurance, and resilience. They challenge your faith not to break it, but to make it unshakable. The chosen ones don't run away from these trials. They face them head-on, armed with prayer and trust. One of the most difficult tests is maintaining Iman, faith, when the world around you seems to be falling apart. It's easy to have faith when things are smooth, but the true test is believing in Allah's mercy and wisdom when everything seems to be working against you. This is why the Quran says, "Indeed, with hardship comes ease." 94:6. The chosen ones hold on to this promise like a lifeline. Another form of test is patience. Sabr. This isn't the kind of patience where you wait idly. It's an active, courageous endurance. It means continuing to pray, to hope, and to do good, even when the nights are long and the days seem hopeless. Think of it like planting seeds in barren soil, trusting that one day a beautiful garden will bloom. Sacrifice is also a profound test. It means giving up your desires, your comforts, and sometimes your dreams for the sake of Allah's pleasure. It means prioritizing what is eternal over what is temporary. This can be incredibly hard because our natural instincts fight to hold on to what feels safe. But the chosen ones learn that sacrifice is an investment, a deposit in their spiritual bank that yields eternal returns. What's important to remember is that these tests are tailored uniquely to each person. Allah tests some with wealth, others with poverty. Some are tested through loss, others through internal struggles. But the common thread is that these trials are opportunities, chances to grow closer to Allah and to purify the heart. You might feel isolated because your test is different from your friends or family. That's perfectly normal. Remember the Prophet Ayub, Job, peace be upon him, who suffered great loss and illness but remained patient and faithful. At times, these tests might make you question yourself or even Allah's wisdom. It's human to feel that way. But know that the chosen ones embrace these questions as part of their journey. They don't let doubt become despair. Instead, they seek knowledge, turn to prayer, and hold tightly to hope. Understanding these tests helps you reframe your struggles, not as punishments, but as signs of Allah's attention. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. Allah is watching your endurance, your prayers, your sacrifices. And this attention means you are among the honored few. So as we continue, keep in mind, these tests are not just random hardships, but divine opportunities for elevation. They're shaping you into a spiritual warrior, ready for the blessings that await. Now that we have explored the many forms Allah's hardest tests can take, let's dive into one of the most powerful tools granted to the chosen ones in navigating these trials: patience, or Sabr. Understanding patience in the Islamic context is essential because it's not just about waiting, it's about enduring with faith and trust in Allah's perfect plan. Patience is often misunderstood in the modern world as passive acceptance or simply grinning and bearing it. But in Islam, patience is an active, dynamic force. It is standing firm when everything inside you wants to give up. It is maintaining hope and prayer when the night seems endlessly dark. It is choosing trust in Allah's mercy over despair, no matter how heavy your burdens feel. The Quran repeatedly emphasizes the virtue of patience. Allah tells the believers, "O you who have believed, seek help through patience and prayer. Indeed, Allah is with the patient." 2:153. This verse shows us that patience is not only about enduring, but is deeply connected to prayer, the lifeline that nourishes the soul and strengthens the heart. The chosen ones use patience and prayer hand in hand as their shield against life's storms. Consider the story of the Prophet Muhammad, who faced relentless persecution, loss, and hardship, but never wavered in patience. His endurance is a beacon for all believers, proof that even the greatest challenges can be met with calm resolve and unwavering faith. Patience in the face of hardship is a testimony of trust in Allah's wisdom and timing. But patience is not easy. It demands courage. It means fighting the whisper of despair that tells you, "This will never end," or "Why does Allah test me so much?" The chosen ones learn to silence that voice with the words of remembrance, trust, and hope. They remind themselves that every test has an expiration date ordained by Allah, and that ease will follow hardship as promised. Sometimes, patience means enduring silence. When answers don't come quickly or prayers seem unanswered. This silence is a test itself, but it is often the gateway to profound spiritual growth. The chosen ones learn that in these silent moments, Allah is shaping their character and preparing them for the next phase of their journey. Another beautiful aspect of patience is that it transforms suffering into a source of strength. The Quran says, "And we will surely test you with something of fear and hunger and a loss of wealth and lives and fruits. But give good tidings to the patient." 155. This means that trials are not the end, but the beginning of a greater reward. Patience becomes the bridge between hardship and hope, between loss and gain. Here's a little wit to brighten the journey. Patience is like charging your spiritual phone. You might not see the percentage go up immediately, but trust me, it's powering you through the darkest nights. Without it, the phone dies. And so does your connection to Allah's mercy. As you reflect on your own life, ask yourself, how have I shown patience in my hardest moments? Have I turned to prayer as my strength? Have I trusted Allah even when the road seemed impossible? These questions aren't meant to weigh you down, but to inspire you to keep holding on. Remember, the chosen ones are not those who avoid hardship, but those who embrace it with patience, knowing that Allah's mercy is near. Patience is not just a virtue. It's a powerful declaration that you believe Allah's plan is perfect, even when it doesn't look that way. Stay tuned as we next explore how prayer fortifies this patience and becomes a lifeline in your journey through tests. As we've seen, patience is the backbone of enduring Allah's hardest tests. But what gives patience its true power is the connection we maintain with Allah through prayer, salah and dua. Prayer is not just a ritual. It is the heart's conversation with the Creator, the soul's refuge when the storms of life rage around us. Imagine prayer as your spiritual Wi-Fi, constantly keeping you connected to the source of strength, mercy, and guidance. When your connection is strong, you receive updates of hope, peace, and clarity. When it's weak or neglected, you feel lost, anxious, and vulnerable. The chosen ones understand this truth deeply and make prayer their lifeline in every situation. The Prophet Muhammad endured trials that would shake the strongest of hearts, yet he never missed a prayer. His salah was not mechanical, but heartfelt, filled with longing and submission. He taught us that prayer is the best weapon against despair and the best tool for building resilience. There is also the power of dua, personal supplication, which is an intimate moment between you and Allah. Dua is the language of the heart. No formulas, no scripts needed. You simply speak from your deepest needs, hopes, and fears, trusting that Allah hears even the silent whispers. The Prophet said, "Dua is the essence of worship." This means your prayers are acts of devotion that bring you closer to your Lord. During the hardest tests, it's common to feel spiritually drained or distant. This is natural, but it's precisely when you need to lean into prayer the most. Even if your heart feels heavy or your tongue falters, the effort to turn to Allah strengthens your soul. It's like running toward a safe harbor during a storm instead of away from it. Prayer also provides structure and discipline. When the world feels chaotic, the 5 daily prayers anchor your day. They create regular opportunities to reset, reflect, and renew your trust in Allah. The chosen ones guard these moments fiercely because they know these are their spiritual oxygen. Moreover, prayer cultivates hope. When you pray sincerely, you affirm your belief that Allah is the most merciful, the most powerful, and the best of planners. This hope becomes a light in your darkest hours, reminding you that no test lasts forever and that Allah's mercy is closer than your heartbeat. Now, let's add a little lightness to this heavy topic. Think of prayer as the ultimate customer service line. You call, and Allah listens 24/7. No waiting on hold, no automated responses, just pure, direct connection. And the best part? You never get disconnected, no matter how many times you call. But here's a secret many don't realize. The true power of prayer isn't just in asking for help. It's in the peace that fills your heart when you submit your worries and trust Allah's plan. It's in the calm assurance that no matter what happens, you are never alone. As you face your hardest tests, make prayer your daily retreat. Let it be your strength, your comfort, and your fortress. Even if the world seems against you, your prayer connects you to the one who controls everything. In the next part, we'll explore the role of sacrifice in your journey, how giving up what's comfortable leads to eternal gain, and how this ties into your status as one of Allah's chosen. Now, let's reflect on sacrifice, a powerful pillar in the journey of the chosen ones. Sacrifice is often misunderstood as loss or deprivation, but in reality, it is an act of deep faith and trust in Allah's plan. It is giving up something dear to you, not because you have to, but because you know that what Allah promises is far greater. From the early days of Islam, sacrifice has been the defining trait of the believers. The Prophet Abraham, famously showed the ultimate sacrifice by submitting to Allah's command to give up his beloved son, trusting Allah's mercy and wisdom. This story is a profound lesson. Sacrifice may be difficult, but it opens the doors to blessings that are beyond human imagination. Sacrifice isn't always about grand gestures. Sometimes it's the quiet decision to give up comfort, worldly desires, or even popular opinion in order to stay true to your faith and values. The chosen ones understand that these small sacrifices build spiritual wealth, which no worldly riches can replace. This sacrifice also includes sacrificing your time, dedicating moments daily for prayer, reading Quran, or helping others, even when life feels overwhelming. It's about choosing Allah's path, even when the world offers easier alternatives. But why does Allah test us with sacrifice? Because through it, we cleanse our hearts from attachment to the temporary and turn toward what is eternal. It is a reminder that nothing in this world is permanent except our relationship with our Creator. Sacrifice shapes character. It humbles the soul and strengthens resolve. When you choose sacrifice, you are telling Allah, I trust you more than my desires. And that trust is the key to unlocking His mercy and favor. Here's a little wit to lighten the weight of sacrifice. Think of sacrifice as a spiritual diet. Sometimes you have to give up the junk to get the good stuff. It might sting at first, but soon you'll feel healthier, stronger, and more alive than ever before. Remember, the greatest sacrifices are often unseen by others but known to Allah. Whether it's enduring hardship with patience, giving charity quietly, or forgiving someone who wronged you, these acts count immensely in your favor. As you reflect, ask yourself, what am I willing to sacrifice for the sake of Allah? What comforts or attachments might be holding me back from the blessings that await? The chosen ones answer these questions with courage and humility. Next, we'll explore how you can recognize the signs that you have passed these tests and what incredible blessings Allah has in store for you. As you journey through Allah's tests with patience, prayer, and sacrifice, you might wonder, how do I know I've passed these trials? What signs show that Allah is pleased and ready to bless me? Recognizing these signs is vital because it confirms that your struggles are not in vain. They are paving the way to your next great chapter. One clear sign is a renewed sense of inner peace and contentment. After enduring hardship, you may feel a calmness in your heart that wasn't there before. This peace is sakina, the tranquility Allah promises to those who trust Him. It's the gentle reassurance that no matter the external chaos, your soul is secure in Allah's care. Another sign is the strength to forgive, forgiving others and yourself. Tests often bring pain and sometimes betrayal, but the chosen ones move beyond resentment. When you find yourself able to release grudges and heal old wounds, it shows your heart is healing and growing closer to Allah's mercy. You may also notice answered prayers and new opportunities appearing unexpectedly. Doors that seemed closed begin to open. This could be in your personal life, career, or spiritual growth. Allah rewards patience and sacrifice with blessings that come like a surprise gift, often in ways you least expect. Your faith deepens, even amid ongoing challenges. Instead of losing hope, you find yourself turning to Allah more often, seeking His guidance and trusting His plan. This strengthened connection is itself a great victory, a sign that you are on the right path. Sometimes, the test may not fully end, but you begin to experience moments of ease within difficulty. The hardships might still be present, but their weight feels lighter. This shift shows Allah's mercy gradually transforming your situation and preparing you for something better. A witty reminder here: if life felt like a tough video game level, passing these tests means you've unlocked new abilities. Spiritual powers like patience, trust, and gratitude that will help you win the next rounds with greater ease. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We have walked this path together, from understanding Allah's hardest tests to recognizing the strength and resilience you have shown through patience, prayer, and sacrifice. This journey is not just a story of struggle. It is a story of triumph, of a soul refined and elevated by the mercy of the Most Merciful. You are among the chosen, those who have not only faced trials, but have emerged with faith intact, hearts softened, and spirits renewed. Your endurance is a beacon, a testimony that Allah's wisdom is perfect and His rewards are immense. As you move forward, remember that the tests are but steps toward a greater destiny. Allah's gifts are awaiting you, wrapped in mercy and blessings that will illuminate your path and bring peace to your heart. Now, as promised, I conclude with a heartfelt dua for you, my dear brothers and sisters. O Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful, you have seen the patience and sacrifice of your chosen servants. You have heard their prayers whispered in the quiet of the night, their tears shed in moments of solitude. Grant them strength beyond measure, and bless them with peace that surpasses all understanding. Remove from their hearts all fear, doubt, and despair, and replace it with unwavering faith and hope. Open for them doors of mercy, guidance, and abundant blessings in this life and the hereafter. Make their sacrifices a source of eternal reward and their patience a shining light for others to follow. O Allah, surround them with your protection, shower them with your grace, and guide their steps always towards what pleases you. Ameen. Thank you for being part of this reminder. Your journey matters. Your faith is seen, and your rewards are near. May peace, mercy, and blessings be upon you always.